Your friend from the beginning, the battle priest Light Johan, has seen almost no use for the longest time in the game's history, but he has recently been buffed, so now is he worth it? This is the Light Johan Hero Guide. Let us begin. To start, we'll go over his skills and how to use them. Light Johan's 1 is pretty simple. It is a single target attack that has a 75% chance to inflict provocation on the target for 1 turn. This will force them to hit him and give him a chance to counterattack. When his 1 is used via counterattack, it gives him a stacking attack buff going up to a total of 10 stacks. This starts at 15% and goes up to 35% at level 6. It will also reduce the cooldown of his active ability by 1 turn. He has access to counterattack via a couple avenues, one being he is a warrior, so he has access to revenge and vengeful gear. The other being set active. This is a 4-turn cooldown AoE attack that has a 60% chance to reduce the attack of targets for 2 turns, goes up to 70% chance at level 5, and down to 3-turn cooldown at level 6. If he lands a counterattack in between, this will go down to 2 turns, which is aided by the fact this also gives him revenge for 1 turn, which will guarantee counterattacks when he is hit. This also now synergizes well with his burst, which is a 3 spirit cost going down to 2 at level 6. Single target attack, it ups his attack and defense for 2 turns. It also deals 100% more damage if the target's attack is decreased. His attack and defense up will also go up a turn at level 4. His passives are speed and damage against dark elemental enemies. Light Johan's main focus is going to be getting counterattack strikes with his 1 to up his attack for the encounter, to hit as hard with his burst as possible. Ideally, you'll be hitting with his AoE 2 to reduce their attack and get the extra damage on the burst before you use it. Maintaining it with only a single turn of attack down can be a bit difficult, so we will get into teammates that will aid in that later. Johan's main drawbacks are his stats. He is a starter unit, and as such, he suffers from starter unit absurdly low stats. Unlike the likes of Water Fram, who has absurd health even though she is a starter unit, Light Johan has atrocious health at level 60, abysmal attack at level 60, all-rightish defense. He also has below average speed. One upside is he has above average critical hit damage at base at 80%, so the thing you are working against are his really low stats if you want him to do damage. This can be aided with Ascensions and level 70, as well as the fact that his aptitudes are currently available for purchase in the Obelisk store. This will up his base stats even further and give him extra class-unique skills at certain ranks. Another thing that you are going to pretty much necessarily need if you're going for damage is his Divine Relic. This will give him, at max rank, 100% chance to deal up to 2 times additional damage based on the target's maximum health, something he does not have on any of his abilities, so a large portion of his damage will come from this. His default increases his attack, which can be good given it is low. Refined Relic is if you want him to be a bit more durable, because at max rank this will give him an 80% chance to reduce damage taken by 25% when he is hit. As far as his raid damage testing goes, he hit for a decent sub-DPS amount of damage when he was at lower stacks, as seen here. So with all of that work put into him and higher stats and getting more bursts, he should be doing a good bit of damage. As far as builds are concerned, if you're building him for a full-on DPS, he's going to be a single target DPS, and you will need 4 attack in the first 4 slots, or splashing in 1 defense if needed, and then 2 crit damage in the ring and pendant. Substat priority will be critical rate and critical damage, followed by attack and then HP and defense. The set bonus you for sure want to get in is Vengeful. This will allow him to counterattack when he is hit for 25% or more of his max health. If you are going for a full artifact build, you'll want to go for ones that up his burst level. Sadly, given you have a 2 set you have to splash in here if you're going full artifact, the only one he has access to is Vengeful, which will give you a measly 15% chance to counterattack. So the set bonus will be a bit wasted, but it will give you those burst levels if you have the proper artifacts. If you don't want to go for full artifacts in that regard, you can splash in Leech instead to give him some self-sustain. You will also obviously go for the Divine Relic if you're going for damage. For another build, you can go as a Provoker tank, and you can build in the first 4 slots a mix of 2 HP and 2 defense, and in the Pendant and Ring slots you can go for 2 speed, so he can take turns more frequently and land more provocation targets. For substats, you will want to prioritize defense and speed, and then HP. This build is not meant to do damage, so you don't have to worry about attack or crit rate or crit damage. In light of that, you can go 4 Vengeful and 2 Leech, or splash in Resolve or Defense for even more defenses, and you will go with his Refined Relic to have a chance at reducing damage even further. As far as ideal teammates are concerned, one of the free-to-play options you can have is Light Fram here. Not only is she a Guardian, so she can get the Bulwark set and reduce the team's damage, but her Burst also is an AoE attack down ability, reducing the attack of targets for 2 turns. This can synergize well with Johan's Burst now, giving him that extra 100% damage. Water Fram is available at the start of the game alongside Johan and Earth Charlotte. Them being the starting trio, Earth Charlotte is another good pairing for him for shielding with her burst. Her one reduces a single target's attack as well, but hers only has an upwards of 60% chance, so it is even lower than Johan's AoE 2, though she's not the greatest in that regard. As far as some more premium summon type allies, Light Cessair is going to be one of your best sniper supports slash sub DPSs in the game as far as light teams are concerned. She is especially good for Johan because her 2 not only provides a lot of burst gauge and spirit, but gives her and the highest attack ally on the team Reflect and Revenge. Especially if the target is light, then it will be 4 turns instead of 3 turns. This will guarantee Light Johan to get his counterattack ones whenever he is hit. Cessair can keep this up on him pretty much indefinitely as well. Not only all of this, but her counterattacking with her 1 boosts the action gauge of the highest attack ally on the team as well, so she will make him go even faster. She can also heal with her burst. Another great option is Light Siegfried. She has some of the strongest healing and shielding in the game, and is a staple of a lot of light teams. If you want an option from the hero contracts, Fire Lumi is a good option. Her 1 has a chance to reduce the attack of a single target up to 70%. Her 2 gives you access to Expose Weakness, which will allow you to do a lot of damage if you have a lot of debuffs on the target. And her burst is one of the best AoE defense down abilities in the game, so you'll be opening the target up to even more damage from Light Johan. Overall, I am happy to say he is immensely better than he used to be. A solid starter unit now, finally out of the forgotten realm he used to be in. This has been the Light Johan Hero Guide here on Nyris Gaming. I shall see you in the next one.